Okay, good morning, guys, wherever in the world you are joining us. My name is Dan. This is Pounds Breakfast. It is Wednesday, last Wednesday of November, as we head into a final month for this year. Guys, can you believe that this year is almost over? We just blinked the other day, and it was the start of 2022. Right, we're about to head into a whole new year. Just crazy how time flies and what is happening in the world. Just the time we're living is next level. Just a quick shout out to every single one of our members. If you've got a 60 live team member, you have a badge next to your name. It makes it super easy for me to next 5. I see Lucky's in the house, Rod, I see Indeed, Ruan is in the house, Godwin, White, and Cohen. Let's see, Rashua is in the house. I got it right the first time. So guys, remember, just a massive welcome and thank you for being a contributor towards the Forex live TV. I see Garrett's in the house. Welcome, Garrett. And if you guys want to become a member, the link is down below. It's next to the join button or next to the subscribe button. Yeah, similar some guys. Let's double check. Testing. Testing. Okay, good stuff. We should be back. We should be sorted. Yeah, it's just the audio on the mic. Seems the software that removes noise in the background that was busy freaking out. I could see in the background it was using a weird amount of percentage utilization. So any events, good morning and just a massive welcome to every single one that is in the house with us. I said Tumelo's also in the house. Rashua, Godwin, Ruan, I've obviously mentioned you guys. Again, thank you for coming a member and supporting Globex 360 live TV. Now again, in Pounds Breakfast this morning, this is our free public broadcast. It's a free service, just part of Globex 360 giving back to show traders that there is alternatives in the markets. You don't need to go and spend tens of thousands of rands on an education system, pay thousands of rands per month for signals and go and try and understand things about the markets. It just don't make sense. That 1 + 1 does not equal 2. Globex 360 live TV brings all of those things and just so much more right into your fingertips, right? Makes it super accessible for every single one of you that are out there. Okay, so we are going to start with the news this morning as per usual. We're going to start off with what is happening in the world, what is useful to us, and what do we need to be paying attention to. So let's jump into it. Let's have a look at what is happening in the world from a news perspective. So for those of you who know, there was obviously a speech last night by Biden, and really the old man needs to start considering taking a little bit of a break, right? At this point in time, the things he's saying, you can kind of almost, you know that these are scripted things, and you know he's basically just a puppet at this point. So let's have a look at international news, and we're going to start off with pretty much a summary of that speech that ended up coming through from Biden. And obviously he's he's spoken about a bunch of things, but in essence, he's talking about EVs, he's talking about we need to improve the economy. And again, this is just on the back of the fact that this is political, right? He needs to be seen doing something. The old man barely can keep a structured sentence together. I would love for you guys to submit your favorite your favorite Biden clip. I've got a collection of them, probably about 5 or 6 clips from him where he starts making absolute sense and then just moves into a bunch of mumbles and sort of at the end of it summarizes very sort of ends it very sure that everybody understood him and nobody understands what he ended up saying. So if you got any favorite Biden clips or memes, please do send it to me. It's going to go into a useful project. It's part of the members only area specifically for Global 360 Live TV. But in essence, he spoke about a couple things here, and there's not too much that's going to make an impact on the market to this point. I think the world has realized that what Biden thinks and says and does, he's ultimately just a puppeteer at this point. He's certainly not the puppet master. We are going to see across the board big tech continue to do layoffs. We're going to see continued pressure on some of the biggest, most valuable companies around the world as they head into this December-January period, right? I do expect, we are seeing hints from articles that we are going to see increased layoffs. We're going to see increased financial difficulty in that US space. Now, again, if you're anywhere else in the world right now, whether you are in the US or you're in South Africa or you're in Canada, whatever the case may be, just understand that this ripple effect is 4 to 6 months away from South Africa at any one point in time. We saw articles in the last 2 weeks about these knock-on effects are going to come here locally, right? So please, this December, there's a lot of people that are spending a ton of money, right? That are maxing out credit cards, they're maxing out all the debt that they possibly can to go ahead and have a little bit of a getaway. There's nothing wrong with that, that's great, but to spend unnecessarily on items, right? Please hold back on that, for the reason being, things are going to get extremely tough. If you have a job right now, if you've got an income right now, consider yourself extremely, extremely blessed, because again, we saw unemployment, what it is yesterday. Those numbers are extremely high. Things are going to get substantially worse, right? There's about 20 or 30 articles out there from extremely reputable sources that say what we're about to go through in the next year is unlike anything we've seen in the past, unlike the housing crisis, unlike any of the previous crashes and or recessions. So without being an alarmist or speaking about negative things, I'm just encouraging you guys, please, this December, consider turning back on the spending, consider learning a new skill, consider getting into markets. Even if you spend the whole of December learning and or studying in a demo environment, whatever the case may be, invest in yourself, and please try and avoid buying things that just will not give you any joy, right? That's my only little plea and or cry there. But outside of that, we are going to see things continue to get worse in the US. Now, again, this evening, as you guys know, as we get into the fundamental data side of things, we do have Powell giving his speech, right? From the world's perspective, Powell and what he says is carries far more weight than anything that Biden says, right, regarding financial markets. So we are going to look at those fundamentals. So let's jump into it and have a look at some of that fundamental data. But first, before we even get there, I just want to talk about the S&P 500 heat map and where we're sitting across the board on some of the most valuable companies in the world. Again, this is the S&P 500, so a lot more companies are in here than we would see, let's say, in NASDAQ or the Dow Jones, but it really gives us a good estimation of where we are. So from a tech side of things, tech still closing the day in the red, communications and healthcare in the red, consumer cyclical is still Tesla sitting down 1.14, Amazon 1.63. So those two massive names taking a pretty big hit again as well. But places that we are starting to see a little bit of a pickup, we are starting to see real estate and energy start to pick up, insurance starting to pick up, industrial starting to pick up, and railroads seeing some really big increases there in the 2-3% mark. So that's definitely something we want to definitely look out for. But no real big outliers. Apple down 2.12%. So a fairly mixed bag across the board here. But having now a look at some of those fundamental data points, let's quickly have a look there. Let's jump in and let's open up some of those fundamentals and let's see what we have available to us. So we're going to jump into the calendar, and this is just going to be high impact news for the day. So this is purely just going to be the bigger items that we need to be paying attention to, or the items that are going to rock the market in the biggest way. So starting from top down, the items that we have ahead of us is going to be this inflation rate year on year on the euro. Then this Italian news is going to obviously also affect the euro. So again, that's going to be inflation rate. So the two items at 12 are inflation specific, right? Inflation goes up, right? This is going to be bad for the economy. However, right, we do tend to see that markets are reacting a little bit more proactively, right? So in the past, inflation went up, right? That in terms of CPI, in terms of PPI, it showed inflationary numbers are going up. The dollar picked up in value. We are seeing when it comes to the European markets that they are not reacting the same way. They're seeing what's happened on the dollar. They're seeing what's happened in other developed nations. And when they see inflation goes up, their currency actually takes a little bit of a knock there. So we want to watch the euro. We want to watch the pound. Specifically, if those inflation numbers go up, we could start to see those negative effects almost immediately on their currencies. So if you're a euro trader or you're interested in the euro, that is going to be something you want to look out for this morning as well as for this afternoon. Wrapping up some of the fundamental data points, we have some GDP growth rates that are going to be coming in that is sitting in India, but more importantly on the dollar, starting from 315 GMT plus 2 today, we are going to start to get some employment data change. GDP growth rate confirmed for the third quarter, right? This is the second estimation, but that is going to be the closest number we're going to get for that third quarter, right? At the moment, between consensus and forecast, we are going to obviously see if we get that growth rate or if it's a negative. So both consensus and forecast, the expectation is that for the Q3 on the dollar, they are expecting gross domestic product to have grown by 0.5, 0.6, 0.7%. So if gross domestic product has not grown, if it actually shrunk, this will be massive for the dollar. This could be a surprise. This could be a windfall type fundamental data point. So please pay attention to this one. This is 3:30 today. I will be streaming this live, right? So if you are a Premium Plus member, I will be doing a live stream on this proactively, right? We do our year-end function. I'm just going to see what the internet is like at the venue, so on and so forth. I would like to trade this one live, but also stream it live. So again, provided the internet's good, I will be allowing you guys to just inbox me if you have more than $1,000. If you have a Premium Plus account, to just direct message me. I will put that on the group. Direct message me. We will be doing the event or we won't be doing that particular one, but I believe this one can catch markets out. Gross domestic product in the past has been seen to be a little bit slippery. You would think it's one of those main data points everybody understands pretty well, and the analysts and the forecasters have a grip on it, but we've seen in the past this has surprised markets quite substantially. And then again, obviously the big item is Powell speaking this evening. Now that Powell speech we will be streaming live, so again, you want to definitely be a part of that. That's going to be a Premium Plus benefit. His speech is happening at 8:30 tonight. We're going to be live at 8:15, listening on his speech, watching the markets, taking trades. So it's going to be pretty cool, and you definitely want to be a part of that. That's going to be part of our Trade-a-thon series, which is something we always tend to enjoy. We always tend to do extremely well in those sessions. Now, moving in onto the analysis side of things, we're going to start off this morning with some FX analysis. But again, as per usual, if you're a Premium Plus member, right, you have access to all of our favorite trades listed directly in the website. So meaning directly within your client's area, you have this great opportunity simply just to head over to your client's area, go over to Market Insights on the left-hand side here, go over to your favorites, and then have access to this amazing content right there, right? Giving you probabilities, giving you the forecast, and just showing you what's happening in the markets, right? So from the FX side, we've got USD CHF as well as GBP/USD. You guys are welcome to go ahead and jump in and have a look at those two. From a indices side, there's nothing that I like particularly, right? We have DAX 40, which is also German 30, that is making that press up to that zone. We've already hit that zone as of now. And Nikkei 225, I don't trade all too actively, but again, there is that little bit of a rising wedge that has started to break trend. So for those of you who trade Nikkei 225, you might find some interest in that. But looking at commodities, gold has an opportunity to push back into resistance at that $1,759 to an ounce of gold, and this could develop over the next 16 hours. So you guys want to definitely look at that. I do think, and this is something that's going to be pretty important, specifically with the price of gold, right? Pressing back into that 1,760 mark, right? My level sitting at 1,760 is that should we get the weaker dollar today, from whatever shape, sense, right? There can be various things. It can be the GDP comes in under expectation. So if gross domestic product comes in below that 2.5, 2.6 mark, if we see a 2 flat or 1.8 or even a negative number, that will be a massive negative on the dollar. Commodities will rally, indices will rally, right? We'll get those top side moves. So that could be one situational outcome. The other situational or potential outcome there could be Powell's speech. So again, I will explain what we're looking for in Powell's speech for our dollars for lunch session, in our premium session or in our premium plus session, exactly what words we're looking for him to say. So what we're going to start to do in the future is we're looking for very specific words. Now the Federal Reserve knows that as traders, we're looking for specific words. They try to avoid those words, and they talk about economic headwinds. They don't want to use the word recession. They're talking about so throw off by not using these words. But we are looking for very specific words this afternoon. And again, we're just looking at the tone. Is this a very hawkish, aggressive approach to the interest rate increases? Or is Powell going to say there is a higher likelihood or probability of just cementing the market's belief that we are only going to get a 50 basis point hike on that 14th and 15th December sit down? If he gives the market that hope, that will cause the dollar to come off those highs. We will see a weaker dollar, right? And we will see a stronger stock market. Weaker dollar would again align and give us that perfect storm for that gold buy breakout past that $1,760 per ounce of gold, just as we identified in our favorites. So again, there's the backstory as to what could end up happening. That little scalp into 1,760 mark could further break out topside and become a pretty big long trade. Now, crypto is very, very interesting. I want you guys to have a look at this one. We're having a look at the potential for both Bitcoin and Ethereum to start getting into some breakout territory, right? This morning, we've identified at about 6 a.m. in the morning a potential momentum that Bitcoin as well as Ethereum could have. Bitcoin potentially going towards that 1,700 or 17,215, 17,215 mark, as well as Ethereum getting to that 1,311 mark, right? So those are going to be the opportunities. There is another opportunity we have not listed, we have not put into our favorites, and that is going to pertain directly to what I'm potentially seeing on US30, right? There's an opportunity that currently exists on US30. We have not yet listed it as yet because we just want to wait for confirmation over what is this breakout and where are we potentially going right here. I just want to show you guys this really quickly. So having a look at it really, really quickly, I just want you guys to see here where we're currently sitting on US30. Let's clear that up really quickly. Okay. So if we have a look at this diagonal here, right, we can see that US30 has come, we've obviously broke down towards downside. That happened already on the 28th. So we had that breakdown on Monday. Markets fell substantially after that New York Stock Exchange open. Markets fell substantially. And we've essentially been trying to get back up over this diagonal. This is currently US30. This is currently a 1 hour time frame. And I just want to point this out because, again, it has opportunity to be a very, very big trade. Now, this is how we're going to deal with this, right? We've got this push through this zone, right? There's a 1 hour time frame. But importantly, I just want to draw your attention to this, right? If we adjust this trend line to be the exact moment at which we expected the breakout to end up happening, right? You'll see that we've already started to pop through that level. Now, most people will take a breakout and say, okay, well, they're breaking out, they're just going to trade it. I believe we are going to get a little bit of a pullback here. So what I'm looking for as a clear sign for entry is I'm looking at, is there a smaller market structure? This is 15 minutes, right? And I'll draw out the structure for you guys really quickly. Here's our little market structure. And at what point is this breakout confirmed? Because I do believe we're going to head a push here. We're going to get some sort of retest. And that retest will be a combination of these levels. Okay. So I do believe we're going to get a retest, and we might get a retest down to the zone, which is perfect because that aligns great with that market structure right there. Okay, so that's just something that I just want everybody to be aware of, is that this, you can buy a breakout. In this particular case, the reason why it's not being given as a clear-cut buy breakout for US30 is a couple reasons. The first and most obvious reason is that the breakout characteristics of this trade is not extremely volatile. We're seeing a meander and we're seeing a little bit of a push, right? And we're just seeing a little bit of a range after pushing to the top side. That tells me, right, we don't have a ton of volume here, and we don't have a ton of buyers lined up at this level to participate on this breakout towards that top side. So again, I'm a little bit cautious of an immediate order. I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a little bit of a deeper entry here, and I'd like to see a pullback here. I'm potentially looking at a pending order situation sitting at that 33,840. So 33,840 is where I'm looking at grabbing a buy limit and then riding this one to the top side. So again, just so you're aware, as per yesterday, I showed you guys that this market structure over here, that as we are ranging to the top side, if you guys were part of Pounds for Breakfast yesterday, we talked about the fact that this ascending range here after the bear impulse, this bull consolidation retracement is likely to break to the downside. And if you want to catch the downside trade, just about mapping the breakout. And about 15 minutes after the show ended, we got the breakout towards the downside. Apologies. And they'd moved for 2,500 pips towards that down. Beautiful stuff. I can see someone jumped in and someone subscribed. I can see Ntebu has subscribed. Ntebu, welcome to the Globex 360 live TV family. You are in the perfect place. Again, remember, if you'd like to become a member, if you'd like to join the Globex 360 live TV channel, the link is down below. Hit the join button, you get a different color badge. You are a member, get access to exclusive content. I can see as well, Shaquille has also jumped in, and welcome to the Globex 360 family. That is what it is all about. The new platform, we're testing some final little bits, and we are almost ready. I've tested, I'm extremely happy. The public side that the client ends up seeing has not yet been updated. We're still doing the internal stuff, but I do believe we are going to be launching extremely soon. With the Joburg office, I think for many of you that have known, our Joburg office has relocated, and our pretty amazing tech team that supports the business has gone through and is in Joburg to help with that transition into that new office, right? So again, we have a little bit of a delay there. Let's just see here. I can see Gabs has jumped in and is part of Globex 360 live TV and is now an official partner. So welcome, Gabs, to the channel. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the community, right? As we said, again, there's going to be really cool content that'll be a members only type thing. So Gabs, you will be receiving some of that, and we'll post notifications on when new content goes up. So we want to ideally have every week something new, a topic to be discussed, a just chatting kind of thing. And we'll every once in a while throw in some special benefits for those of you who are members. Remember, every Friday we pick one member and randomly give away that $250 credit towards your live account. So welcome, Gabs, absolute machine. Anyway, so as we were talking about US30, again, this is why we don't take that breakout that doesn't have volume to the top side. We can see that volume is dwindling. And again, I would like a deeper pullback, and then I would utilize it as a confirmation to go long. And you more than likely will see this being updated in our favorites area directly in the Globex 360 website. So again, I get this question a lot. People say, well, I can't see it, right? You need to have a Globex 360 live account. So if you don't, right, go ahead and get the one down below. William, welcome, and thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Globex 360 live community. Down below, you want to open up your Globex 360 live accounts, right? You want to verify it, upload your documents, get your account verified and sorted out. If you need help with that, inside the Telegram group, which is also down below, there is a for support with your Globex 360 live account. You can access our Telegram chat bot, and that'll link you up directly with the relevant department, whether you need assistance with your documents, whether you need assistance with uploads, whatever the case may be. The team, our exceptional team, some of the best people in the country, some of the best people in the world in this space, extremely knowledgeable, will be on the other side of that chat to assist you and help you out. Again, based on your account size, the bare minimum is sitting at premium, which is $100 in your live account. They get you access to Dollars for Lunch, where we trade the New York Stock Exchange, right? The step up there is Premium Plus, and that gets you access to all these different fundamental data events. Today, we might have a 3 o'clock Premium Plus, obviously looking at the GDP data. And again, this evening, Premium Plus, we will cover Powell's speech. That Premium Plus, you need $1,000 live account. And then there's Private Wealth, which is a whole new division. There's going to be a whole set of people that are especially sort of dedicated towards private wealth clients. That means they are dedicated towards you and your accounts. Magezi has jumped in and has become a member to Globex 360 Live TV MVTs, right? So again, when we talk about MVTs, it means most valued traders. So welcome, Magezi, and welcome to the family. You guys are absolutely amazing. We're seeing a ton of new family members today. And again, guys, get pumped because we are trading NFP this Friday live, right? Meaning no weird signals, not like your Instagram guru does, where they send one group buy now, one group sell now. We're trading it live, right? So we are speaking with a team. I know Musa and the sales team, the support team, everybody's been asking and saying, you know, how do we get this open to every single one of our Globex 360 clients as humanly possible? This was a Premium Plus feature, right? The team is asking very, very nicely, how can we get this at least to premium clients that at least even have $100, and we will consider that before Friday. So again, you want to get into the NFP, right? The bare minimum is going to be at least premium, right? So you want to at least have a premium account. Premium Plus and Private Wealth, I'll spend a bit of extra time with you prior to NFP to get you set up like an absolute machine, like an absolute ninja. But if you are a Globex 360 client, we do want to have and make sure that you have access to that NFP. And even if, as an example, you just simply want to observe, you're more than welcome. Jump in, drop a coffee in here, leave the chats, keep the place warm, keep the place welcome. Just come and hang out with us as we trade in the markets and make money, right? So today, some big fundamental data points. I've put it in the Telegram group, the big items you need to be aware of. So please just trade around that today and be aware. Don't be caught in a trade where there's a big release happening and you're stuck in this extreme sideways volatility and or momentum. Yeah, Leaf and Skulkback saying one group buy now, one group sell now. Unfortunately, it's just something that happens in the space, right? They'll, you know, people take all their new clients, put into one group, older clients put into another group. One of the groups they'll say NFP buy now, the other one they'll say sell now. One of the groups will blow their accounts. Other one may make money, but they could both end up blowing their accounts, right? Because again, without any risk management, markets can create a whipsaw, right? So temporarily people in profit and then just blow that whole account. Temporarily one other group of people in profit and blow their whole account. These events are risk management, right? Risk management, what gets you through these events and gets you through to the difference between making a little bit of money or losing a little bit of money or doubling, tripling accounts, and that big difference between just blowing out completely. It all sits into risk management. Okay. Shamim is finally a member. Shamim, I was wondering. I saw your name and I'm like, I'm suspicious of Shamim. When is Shamim going to become a member? I see Shamim is a member. Welcome, family. I see you were just after Aslam, but I'm pretty sure Aslam gave you a call and asked you, where are you? So Shamim, listen, thank you for the support. As always, you guys know how much we appreciate you guys as clients. You know how much we appreciate your time. And as always, continue giving back to every single one of you. Remember, if you're a member, you're welcome to pop through any messages. You're welcome to do whatever it is you like in the chat. And in the future, we'll only see members-only chats that will come up in our sort of area for visibility. So we will be bringing that in a later stage. So just Shamim, welcome. Let's see here. Gawain's asking how to become a member. So just below, you know, where you see Globex 360 Live TV, our subscribers, join, whatever the case may be, you'll see a join button. If you on a Android or iOS device, more specifically on an Apple device, sometimes you can't see the join button. You might need to go to a Windows device or an Android device in order to see the button. Apple physically blocks that button, right? Again, we saw the article yesterday. Elon's now taking on Apple because of their practices for essentially harm freedom of speech, and 30% premium on all transactions of the App Store. Might be part of that. They might also be saying to YouTube, you're not allowed to get people to subscribe using our phones, otherwise you must pay us, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but that's how you become a member. Guys, listen, you guys are absolutely amazing. These are going to be the opportunities. Again, if you're a Premium Plus member, log into your client area, go into www.globex360.co.za and go and play around, guys. Go have a little bit of time and just go play around a little bit, explore a little bit, play around, see what's available to you, and just have a look in totality, what's busy going on. I can see Vusi has just become a member. Let's have a look here. Vusi has just jumped in and Vusi has become a member. I can't see why it hasn't done a pop-up. We should have got that big pop-up for you, Vusi. I'm just waiting for the system to update this side, and I can see it on my side, but I just can't see where it is. But Vusi, just massive, massive well done. Congratulations on becoming a member. And again, remember, we are going to be uploading special different content for you guys, as well as we are going to just consider, there we go, Vusi's thing has popped up. Absolutely, welcome Vusi. So again, we are having our year-end function today. Alvin 4C has also jumped in. Become a member. Welcome Vusi, welcome Alvin, welcome Shamim, welcome Magezi. You guys are, who started this thing? Gab started this thing. Sherman VDW has also become a member. Who started the member train? Whoever started this, it was Gabs. Gabs started this. Let's just double check. Did Gabs start this? Gabs started this. So we have, as of today, we have a couple new members. We have Gabs, obviously. We have Magezi. We have Shamim. We have Vusi, Alvin 4C, as well as Sherman VDW. Guys, welcome and thank you for being supporters of Globex 360 Live TV Vision, part of the community. Again, we are going to be spending a ton of time together, making sure we bring you guys new content. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be vibing out. We're going to be trading together, but it's just chatting, right? So there's no show structure. We're going to open up charts. We're going to put on music. You're allowed to ask questions. We're going to have chats and experiences about what you've gone through. And we're just going to have a really good time, right? So all members. Like he is saying, family is growing now. Absolutely, guys. Remember, the goal is to take over. The goal is to build one of the biggest trading communities in Africa together. That's the goal. That's what we're going to do. And I promise you it's going to happen. It has to happen. Am I getting a price for starting the train? Gabs, we'll double check on that. We'll double check on that. We're just going to see how good of a member you are, because we're giving you the MVT badge. We just need to double check. Yes, absolutely. People just know Globex has money. That's why, like, okay, if I do something, do I get something for it? Are we giving you a very, very, very nice badge? We made your name green. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, listen. Quick question. Okay, so just behind me, have a look how cool this is. So we're seeing US City do that little bit of a pullback. Right, a little bit of a pullback for that retest, and I don't know if this is low enough yet to buy, but I would be very interested. Let's have a look here. I just want to see how deep we can get in on this trade. The only other thing I just want to bring to everybody's attention, right, is the fact that we have, if we look at these wicks here, and I'll maybe make this a different color. Just gonna make it yellow. Oh, yellow is always horrible to see. Make it green. No, it's better. Yeah, okay. I just want to bring to everyone's attention that if we just line up those last three sets of wicks there, last three wick highs, right, that we do technically need to get over that level, right? But I like this. So I'm in essence going to just grab in here. I'm going to pop in a lot here, and I'm just going to simply, again, considering that we have a lot of trading to do today, we've got a lot of data events. All I'm simply looking to do is I'm looking to get long. I'm looking to get a trade into profit, especially considering this retracement here. Having a look at the RSI just for a little bit of confirmation here. If we are heading in the right direction, let's just give it a look here. And I'm most interested in looking for divergence, right? And I'm more looking at these lows right? These markets lows, and are these lows getting lower on the RSI, right? Clearly, very clearly, we can see that from the RSI perspective, we've got these higher lows, but on a market's perspective, we've got these lower lows. So we're getting that convergence, that divergence that we're looking for, right? That's certainly there. I'm now interested in just this last section of the market, just on a 5-minute time frame. What are we getting there, and what is markets telling us? Okay. So the only thing I'm a little bit cautious about here is the fact, and for those of you who know the RSI breakout strategy, right, is that we have that little bit of a breakout there that I just want to be a little bit cautious of. But certainly from a 5-minute time frame, we very well may make that little bit of a deeper push there. Just from an entry point perspective, this can help a ton in finding that deep entry. So what I would say is have a look at your RSI on a 5-minute, right? So have a look at your charts on a 5 minutes and just look for that RSI coming back to support, provided it does not break support, and provided, again, we don't make a lower low. That will pretty much be the entry point to start getting long on this trade over here towards that top side. I just want to have a look if there's no divergence from a resistance perspective. Let's just give this one a look quickly. Okay. So the only thing I want to just be a little bit cautious of, okay, this morning, and I should have probably checked this prior to entering, right? I am at break even now, so that's not the problem. I just want you to understand here that from a divergence perspective, right, we're making low lows in that RSI, right, meaning we're showing weakness towards that top side, yet we're making higher highs on actual price action and or charts. I just want to point that out to you guys. I, in fact, actually seeing that, potentially would like this market rather just to play out its way and then decide where we want to go. But yes, just from an overall, this will help with entry of scalps, right? This help with entry of scalps. But just from an overall perspective of the markets on a 30-minute time frame, right, or even slightly larger, just from that perspective, we need to realize that we have started the breakout process. We're no longer controlled by that diagonal. And so that over there is outside of resistance. We've gone through resistance. That resistance is now acting as support to us in this market. So from a pure price action perspective, this should be a long buy, right, over the course of this session, all the way into the US session. However, from a timing perspective, that is where we'll drop down into a 5-minute to see when is that perfect timing for that trade to get into that trade. Now, those of you who know the RSI strategy in terms of early entries, right, you'd want to essentially on a minute time frame, we're looking for some sort of breakout here towards that long side. So if we just have a look at that section of the market, right, we're looking for markets to punch through and make a new high. That's all we're waiting to do here. So again, just how you utilize this from an entry point is up to you. I'm pretty happy to get in this thing and just hold it out for a little bit. Again, just also bearing in mind this blue channel here, the fact that we've broken out, we're doing a little bit of a retest. I just want you to just be aware of that. If you're in any sort of long here, we can have a nice, tidy, neat stop loss being below the 500 period moving average on a 1-minute time frame. All right, so again, below this moving average, right, is where you want to essentially have your safe zone. If we go below that, take your losses, get out of the trade. It is what it is. And then we will look for additional entries. But again, this is something we haven't yet added to our favorites because we would like to see this breakout being confirmed towards that top side. Again, this is a retest, except it's what's needed. We need a retest in the market in order to be valid as a long. So retest, 100% normal. I just want to point that out. Our job is not to predict the market, but just simply make you aware of what is happening in it and how do we trade around it. So again, guys, we have quite a few different events today. We will be looking at a premium plus event to cover that US GDP data. We do our year-end function. I would like to stream for members specifically, as well as potentially premium plus or private wealth clients. So we're going to see how that works. We're going to take some equipment down and see what works. So Ruan's asking, what would the safe stop loss level be? So safe stop loss level B would be anything below that 500 period moving average, right? So put a 500 period on a 1 minute time frame, and that's going to be a dynamic support / resistance that you can utilize if you want to get into scalps, so you want to get entries in. You want to essentially utilize that 500 period on a 1 minute time frame. That will essentially keep you in a rising market or falling market. If a market is, let's say, falling and you start to go above that 500, you want to get out of that trade. It means that market may be dead, and vice versa. If we start to move into a sideways market, right? So have a look over here. If this market goes past the 500 period, we're going very sideways, you want to get out of that trade, and vice versa. When the market starts trending topside or moving in a direction, have a look at the 500 period this morning. We made a press to the 500. It just acts as dynamic resistance, right? So again, if you're looking for risk management, you want to, place your stop losses in a safe place, that 500 period is going to be ideal. Okay, guys, listen, thank you for all our brand new members. That's all the time we have for this morning. Remember, we have a ton of shows, a ton busy happening. I've got to break down some of the studio at the moment and get my butt out to that venue. We already have our team preparing well for that. I'll see you guys on that side. Potentially we'll go live on Instagram, we'll go live on Facebook, get to meet some of the people, and yeah, we're just gonna have a ton of fun today. So outside of that, we will still trade New York Stock Exchange open without a doubt. I'll make sure I'm back reset up to trade that. And again, we have Papa Powell speaking this evening. My question to you is, will Powell break the markets this evening? That's going to be the big question, right? The value proposition here at Globex 360 is overwhelming, right? There's nothing else like it on earth. Like, let me just put it to you that way, right? There's nothing else like it on earth. So again, thank you to the whole team, for the team in Cape Town that already celebrated their year end on this Sunday, as well as the team in Joburg. Guys, again, a massive thank you to every single one of you that makes this possible. Again, without you, this would just be a live broadcast, right? It's all the special stuff that you guys do in the background to make all the value propositions right here at Globex 360 possible. Now, guys, remember, we're still running our 100% bonus competition, right? So again, if you wish to have a bonus, equity bonus on your account, for every $100 you deposit, you'll get $100 in credit, meaning 100% deposit bonus. If you prefer to earn cash back per trade, which is something that I prefer, then you can have a cash back account, meaning you get real money, real dollars for every single trade that you place in the market. That's real money. You can withdraw it to your South African bank account. You can move it into a trading account. You can do whatever it is you want with that. And again, that's your choice, whether you would like a bonus or you would like cash back, completely up to you. So remember, get ready, get busy. NFP this Friday, you want to be prepared. And we are going to be going big throughout December. We're getting a lot of questions from clients asking, okay, so are we closing for December? Are we not trading? Guys, hell no, right? December, I will be doing live sessions throughout December. Whether I'm doing it in my bedroom, whether I'm doing it from the office, whether I'm doing it from the studio, it does not matter. We are trading throughout December. Again, our brand new academy, we've timed it and delayed it slightly to be specifically for those of you who are looking for some real amazing content over December, to invest into your understanding, to invest into your trade and your skill within the markets. Our academy is going to launch at the perfect time. I'm not going to say when, but it's going to be launching at the perfect time to give you that time to really dig deep, understand, learn, and take your skills to the next level. So we're super excited about that. That's going to be happening very, very, very soon. My bonus is already fully funded. Beautiful stuff. Enjoy the party, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Listen, as always, thank you. I just want to encourage you guys really quickly. Being the end of the year, Globex 360 has done a ton for clients all around the world. And I just like that, again, if you guys have any special messages, if you've had any special experience with any single one of the Globex 360 staff, whether it be Joburg, whether it be sales, whether it be support, whatever it may end up being, I kindly ask that you guys just take a little bit of time, even after this live broadcast has ended, and we'd love to just have a quick message from you. If you've had a great experience with any one of our staff, any one of the Globex 360 family, I'd like for you just to take a few minutes as we wrap up this year and as we celebrate, specifically in these year-end functions. I would love to go and, just share with the team some of these amazing testimonials from you guys and your experience with them. So if you have a bit of time and, you've had an experience with one of the team members that has touched you, please go ahead and share this in this live broadcast. After the live broadcast ends, at the chats, go and drop that in. And I would love to take those messages and give them specifically to the members, whether it be in Cape Town, whether it be in Joburg, whatever the case may be. I just think it would be a great way to honor the guys who just put in a ton of effort this year and made so much possible. Outside of that, guys, as always, have yourselves an amazing afternoon and day. I will see you guys a little bit later. Someone's really jumping and saying Musa is king, doing the most. Sherman VDW saying Ben at Globus 360 is my guy. Ngezi saying Lulama is the reason why I am here. I love to hear that, specifically from those of you who are members. It makes such a big difference, guys, and it means a lot to the team. As I'm saying, Ben is a legend. He's also saying Albert is a boss. Beautiful stuff. Amazing comments. Appreciate you guys. And it just goes a long way as well when we talk about these things. Beautiful stuff. Luke is doing his thing saying Albert is a legend, always calling and making sure my trading is on point. That's what I'm saying. Dane is an emperor. Guys, I'm just some trader who enjoys YouTube. That's all it's about. But yeah, guys, appreciate you. Every single one of you guys are amazing. Listen, outside of that, guys, please have yourselves an amazing day. As always, you know the drill. Remember to live, trade the Globus 360 way. We'll see you all a little bit later. Make sure you log into your client area, look for trade opportunities. There are going to be quite a few today. And again, for those of you who are on Premium Plus, I'll be seeing you guys a little bit later, as well as all our brand new members, the Globus 360 Live TV family. You guys are amazing. Much love. Appreciated. Always. Guys, we'll see you a little bit later. You know the drill. Be safe, trade safe. Remember, always do things the Globus 360 way. Until I see you guys a little bit later. Goodbye.